August 2nd, 2020. The primary operational concern today is a corridor of heavy convection and reduced flight conditions from the mid-Atlantic into the Northeast. While much of the western and central United States remains under expanding high pressure with heat, smoke, and localized wind concerns. A trough lifting through the Ohio Valley is interacting with tropical moisture to produce repeated thunderstorms around the Washington and Baltimore corridor, while ridging dominates the west and plains. Crews should expect the greatest weather-driven routing, fuel, and arrival impacts from the central Appalachians into the I-95 corridor, with more isolated operational hazards elsewhere. Across the Pacific Northwest, a departing trough allows improving VFR around Seattle and Portland, although localized coastal stratus lingers early and increasing wildfire smoke begins spreading south and east. Northern California through the Bay Area remains largely VFR, with only localized marine layer ceilings near the coast, while Southern California continues typical morning marine stratus near coastal terminals before widespread VFR inland. Across Nevada, Utah, Arizona, and the interior west, strong subtropical ridging maintains hot, stable conditions with widespread VFR, though extreme temperatures will elevate density altitude and isolated thunderstorm outflows over eastern Arizona could produce localized blowing dust and abrupt wind shifts. Idaho remains the primary western visibility concern with smoke supporting occasional MVFR, mountain obscuration, and reduced visibility. Through the Rockies, Denver and Salt Lake City remain predominantly VFR, with gusty winds and localized frontal wind shifts, but few widespread restrictions. Across the plains and central United States, strengthening high pressure supports generally favorable flying weather from Dallas-Fort Worth through Kansas, Missouri, and Iowa, with widespread VFR, limited convection, and only localized morning fog or brisk southerly winds. Afternoon heat continues increasing density altitude across many inland airports. Chicago remains the most notable Midwest concern with lingering MVFR ceilings, gusty northerly winds, and localized overnight fog potential. The greatest operational impacts today remain across the mid-Atlantic and Northeast as repeated thunderstorms develop along a slow-moving frontal boundary from the Blue Ridge through Washington, Baltimore, and surrounding terminal airspace. Torrential rainfall, IFR ceilings, rapidly changing visibility, localized flooding, and convective reroutes are likely where storms repeatedly track over the same corridors before gradual improvement follows the advancing cold front. Southeast hubs remain largely outside the primary convective focus today, with typical summertime scattered convection, and generally VFR prevailing between storms. That's the national aviation weather picture for today. If this briefing helps your flight planning, consider subscribing for the daily operational outlook. Have the best flight, and we'll see you tomorrow.